Hi Leo, how are we? Um, just doing a singles reading for all the single Leos out there today. Just we'll let you know too that if you would like to be in the running for a free personal, make sure you leave a comment on one of my videos and obviously subscribe to the channel so you can be updated when we do hit 100. I will be drawing that, so obviously a brand new channel, so really looking to get a few subscribers and see, how you guys resonate with the videos and, any ideas or suggestions you might have for things you would like to hear about. Just let me know. But yeah, getting started today for you, Leo. I'm using the Paper Oracle Lenormand deck. I do also have the Rainas do Fogo, which is the Fire Queens deck, as well as an Oracle deck that we'll be looking at today. But firstly, we're just going to sort of get an idea of what sort of energy you yourself are in, Leo, when it does come to love and romantic connections. So Leo, for love and romance, please. And just a general past, present, future. Leo and love. Okay, the energy that we are finding you in at the moment, Leo, we have the storm there as well as the garden. Okay, so we might be in a bit of a, feeling at the moment like we are in a bit of a stormy section of our lives, going through a few things. I don't feel that that's actually connected to love. That's just your energy at the moment. You're bringing a bit of a storm with you today, Leo. But the garden is actually a very sort of restful, positive card. So we might be sort of sitting in the eye of that storm at the moment, but it is a very social card as well. So, getting out there and meeting new people, it is strongly talking about meetings and things like that as well. So might really be focused on meeting somebody new at the moment, or meeting up with friends and just seeing what happens, I suppose. But the storm, I don't want to sort of be too dramatic there, but yeah, the storm does sort of talk also quite a lot about, quite a lot of electricity in the air. So, if you feel that electricity at the moment, Leo, when you are sort of drawn or invited to a specific place and you get that sense of electricity or, whatever, I would suggest go and follow your intuition. That might be a bit of an indication for you at the moment that, that's your intuition flaring up. If you do get that sense of excitement and electricity in the air around you, especially when it comes to invitations or meetings, going places, those sorts of a thing. But with the storm too, a storm clears out everything. It washes away a lot of, debris and all that. It'll wash it all downstream. So the storms can actually, even though they can be a little bit chaotic, they do really clear things up. Once we get through that storm, it does really clear everything up for us. So I find the storm to be actually quite a positive energy in the Lenormand deck there. It is unique to this particular deck, so but I do find it to be quite positive. Maybe that's just me because I do love a good storm and listening to the thunder and watching the lightning and, thunder, thunder, lightning. Very, very exciting. I would change the lyrics there. Sorry, a bit of a tangent on you, Leo. I do have Leo rising, so if that helps explain that, go for it. Okay, so in the past energy, we are seeing the letter. So, communication, text messages, phone calls, online things. I'll obviously need to get a bit of clarification on what sort of communication we're talking about there, because it's straight away feeling like a particular communication in the past that has changed something for you, Leo, when it does come to love. So we'll get some clarity for you on that particular card. The letter for Leo, please. Why is the letter in Leo's past? Okay, Okay, so we're seeing the mountain, the masculine, and the ring there. So whether the past person, there's definitely a person here in the mix. So we're talking about a past relationship that has been a struggle, or there's been a big delay between you and this person. I'm definitely feeling that, yeah, there's been a bit of a struggle, or it's been a challenging sort of thing. Maybe it's that communication specifically with that person that's been a bit of a challenge. So, you can see here the person pushing that rock up the hill, like the, is it, I can't say it, that's Sisyphus story where they spend their whole life pushing the rock uphill and every time they get to the top it comes crashing back down. But in this particular Lenormand, like in Lenormand, the mountain does not only talk about challenges and delays and obstacles, but it does also, quite strongly reflect that every obstacle is also an opportunity. So it might, once you do get to the top of the mountain, you can kind of see clear everywhere, and know exactly what path to take to get back down. So. But I do feel that, yeah, that's just talking about some past energy coming on through that has been a challenge to you when it comes to, most specifically, I feel, communication within the relationship. So there was obviously some sort of blockage with the way that you guys communicated, that sort of a vibe. Now, when it is saying the masculine, I do just want to mention that, I do not genderize these particular cards. That is just talking about that masculine energy, and a lot of the time it when the mountain's with it, it can be sort of talking about, they are the ones being the more stubborn, challenging element. And yeah, once again with the ring there as well, definitely talking about a past relationship there. So even if your past person that we're talking about wasn't actually a male, we're looking at the more masculine elements of their personality that have been a bit of a challenge when it comes to communication. I know not all masculine energy is that very not not as chatty as the feminine energy, generally speaking. I don't want to sort of classify anyone into groups there, but there's definitely some challenges and delays, most likely with communication with that person. So you may not even be speaking to that person currently. It might be somebody who you have blocked all contact with, or they've blocked all contact with you. Obviously flip it if need be. But we are sort of talking about someone where the communication in specific, it has been a challenge in past relationship for you there. Um, in the current energy, we are looking at the house. Okay, so the house mostly talks about security and stability. Okay, so in the present, that's what you're sort of looking for. If you are feeling like you are in a bit of a period of storm in your life at the moment, we're really sort of looking for this security and stability, and like getting through this storm so we can just rest and stop. The house also can talk about ourselves, and home is where the heart is kind of vibe, and having all these little rooms inside ourselves that are all displaying different things, um, but coming together as a whole. So really talking about finding that stability within yourself, at the moment for you guys, I feel there as well. Now, in the near future there, we have the non-binary. So we do have another person coming straight on out. That also is a very neutral type energy as well. So it's not masculine, it's not feminine. So it could be a person of, any gender. But with the non-binary, there also is that element of a neutral period. So we will grab some more clarity on that as well to see if we're talking about an actual person, or if we are talking about a period of sort of neutralness, when it does come to love in the near future for you there, Leo. So the non-binary for Leo, please. And one more, please. Okay, so I'm seeing elements of both of those things as well. So we definitely could be talking about a person with the tower there. So, if that is a past person, um, that's, yeah, talking about someone from the past or somebody who is older than you. But we are also seeing the sun and the scales. Okay, so the scales bringing in that element of neutral zone where we're really focusing on balancing ourselves out. At the moment, obviously, it could talk about a Libra as well, if there is a Libra of importance to you when it does come to love relationships. It could be a Libra. But it really does talk about that neutral zone of, finding the balance and wanting to, be in the middle, be totally balanced. So I think that's going to be a strong message for you, Leo, is that we really do sort of need to find this stability and balance for ourselves at the moment. And then we can sort of focus a little bit more on love in our life. But if it does come to an actual person, it could also be talking about, the foundations that we have set up in the past relationships, and looking at why those things were a struggle. So we're also seeing with the sun. The sun is actually one of the happiest cards in the deck. So, no matter what sort of road we're traveling, we are looking towards some really positive outcomes for you, Leo, and happiness. The sun is your card in this particular deck. So it is a really lovely energy. The sun shines for you, Leo. But when I've got the letter on the board as well, I do feel that I do need to mention that this actually could be revealing something from the past person. So something about the way that that past person communicated, or there is some communication coming in to reveal something about why the past was such a challenge or delay. It does have that revealing sort of element there as well, and that's sort of jumping out at me. So I just felt I needed to mention that there. But yeah, really with the tower, I would really talk about, taking some time to ourselves to make sure we're fully healed before we head on into love again. At the moment, the tower can sort of talk about, being that, the fortress of solitude type energy. Rapunzel up in her tower all by her lonesome, you know um just waiting for the right time for the prince to come or whatever. But taking that time to sit up in your tower, make sure you are fully balanced out and secure in yourself, before we do sort of worry too much about love. So I kind of feel that that's what that's actually talking about, rather than this specific person from the past. You may find out, certain things might be revealed to you, but they might be revealed to you in the form of like self epiphanies, those sorts of things. It might not be actual, communication externally. It may be just communication within yourself. But I will ask specifically, with this particular deck, I will ask specifically about the next love connection coming on through for Leo, please. Next love connection for Leo, please. Okay, so we do have the bird, the knife, and then the road there as well. Okay, so when it comes to the next important connection coming on through to you, it's looking like it's kind of dependent on cutting out some of those, things from the past, and talking to yourself about things. The bird does have quite an element of um, dealing with grief that's past, and as well as a bit of communication as well. So it does sort of talk about, um, you know, gossiping with friends, with the garden card in your energy as well. I would sort of recommend, gossiping and chattering with some friends as well. Birds can have quite a chatty type element, and with the garden there, that social element quite important. So maybe talking some things through with friends might be really useful to you to get to these sudden changes, within yourself. The knife really does talk about cutting out things that no longer serve you, as well as, change, just in general change. And then we're seeing that change coming on through once again with the road. So, the next connection in your life may actually be, a huge change, like a totally different path to what you thought you were looking for. Might be like a totally different type of person that you're used to dealing with. And I do feel that you're going to have to actually make that decision to let that person in. You have to kind of like, the road does sort of sometimes talk about choices and decisions. So it's something that you're actually going to have to consciously choose to allow a new connection in. So it's kind of like the choice is up to you. There's paths there if you wish to take them, but it's really going to be up to you, Leo. I will grab an oracle for you as well. But like I said, if that doesn't resonate, make sure you do check your other placements or flip it as need be, whatever. Okay, so what does Leo need to know about love, please? Whoop. Straight away, I've got 2 coming on out for you. So we have the Phoenix as well as date. Okay, so yeah, once again, that garden energy coming on through where I'm wanting to meet new people, because that does say meeting someone new, dating, get back out there, and planning a date. So definitely wanting to sort of get your own energy, getting back out there and meeting people and that sort of a thing. So with the Phoenix, we do so yeah, I feel like, you guys probably are very capable of making that decision. If you are already wanting to get back out there, you're well on the path already. You are sort of following that path for yourself already, and you're doing everything that's necessary for yourself. So that seems to be really good. And the Phoenix there, that does say new phase, rekindling, renew, transformation, growth, and changed mind. So yeah, that to me feels like that energy of like, it could be someone like totally changing your mind on that type of person. It could be a total change of mind of what sort of person you're going for, that sort of a vibe. But yeah, it can just be like, yeah, total new growth within yourself, renewing yourself and transforming the way that you do sort of feel about love and relationships. So, we all know the phoenix rises from the ashes. So whatever that storm is, you will rise through that, no drama. Okay, Leo. But yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys all again soon, and make sure you let me know if that resonated for you. Like I said, if you want to be in the draw for that personal, make sure you leave me a comment and subscribe to the channel. But otherwise, I shall see you all soon. Thank you.